the Institute of World Culture, hidden away on Chapala in the middle of Santa Barbara. It's one of my favorite places in the world.
The Institute of World Culture is on the cutting edge of promoting and shaping the culture of the future.
There are many cultures of the world that we bring into the lens of the Institute.
Everything comes through here, from the whole world.
The Institute has hosted world-renowned leaders and spiritual leaders, such as the Dalai Lama, to participate with small groups.
When I think about the purpose of the Institute of World Culture, I think about how important lifelong learning is to a fulfilling life.
With the Institute of World Culture, your learning continues on throughout your life in a context of people who are very earnest and eager learners. It's not just going off on your own and reading books or something, but you are meeting people who have delved into deep subjects and are sharing those subjects, and it broadens your mind and your heart.
There is the spirit of dialogue. There's the spirit of fearless inquiry. People are not afraid to ask questions. People ask wonderful questions. People ask probing questions at the Institute.
Another thing I like about the Institute of World Culture is that it's participatory learning. Therefore, it kind of breaks the typical educational relationships we think of, where somebody has the knowledge and then other people come and get it. And here at the Institute of World Culture, everyone has an opportunity to give.
We're really free from any kind of political pressures or biases or special interests, which are very difficult to get away from in any kind of institution. We have pretty much total freedom to explore the universal ideals of mankind.
We will focus, for example, on the artistry of one culture. We'll focus on the philosophy of another culture, community spirit of another. In this way, we can weave together the best of all of the cultures of the world to find a synthetic world culture.
Do you think we're kind of silly idealists to think that we could bring out the best in other human beings?
I really do think that ignorance breeds fear. The more we understand other cultures and other peoples, the more compassionate we will be towards them, because we'll understand how much more similar we are rather than different. And we can rejoice in each other's diversity.
A term culture is intimately connected with activities like cultivation, agriculture. A cultural activity nourishes, it reinforces and gives security to human life. We kind of till the soils of different parts of the world and try to draw out the nutrients and the elements that are combining to give that culture a really vibrant expression.
The thought of Asia and South America, ancient Greece, and all this accumulated wisdom of the ages has a direct bearing on our experience today and how we can use that in the best way possible that we can find in our own experiments and lives.
And consider the loftiest ideas of mankind. Thoreau, Thomas Paine, the Buddhists, the Hawaiian indigenous people.
I akaluna o hila wea. Akaluna. Akaluna.
Intimate is the relationship of the ancients with their world and their universe. So Kumulipo is that. It's the very beginnings of the darkness of nothingness.
I've often come and seem to have left time and space itself, and I leave a different person from those meetings and presentations. So it's allowed somebody who doesn't do a lot of world traveling like me to travel the world in another way.
Last year, I helped organize a week-long Gandhi Retreat, like Gandhi's ashrams in India. We brought over a woman who had started an organization in India, Sashi Tyagi. We brought in 18 people for a week-long retreat. The participants practiced bread labor. We would work every day building a walking meditation labyrinth. We learned about ahimsa, nonviolence, various principles that I think the participants were really able to incorporate into their daily lives.
We begin in small ways. Lao Tzu, the great Chinese philosopher, says that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And that is precisely what Gandhi assured us that we could do. Each one of us can and must begin in our own specific and individual way, but we can still practice nonviolence.
The Institute's view of the American dream is a dream about mental and moral challenge and about social potential and the sheer enjoyment of the heritage of all the world's cultures, drawing out the best and putting them together for a culture of America that is truly universal, synthetic, looks to the future, and really includes everybody.
I hear America sing the very carols I sing.
I'm inspired by the principles of the Institute, which has to do with the cause of human culture, the cause of sisterhood and brotherhood. Wonderful environment forum.
It is a historic building, and it has been beautifully restored and maintained by the Institute of World Culture.
I love the old world feeling. It's like the old theosophical societies in India and Pakistan. The books, the library table, there is a inner peace.
It's been wonderful to meet many different people from all over the world.
So many young people and so many older people.
And to see how broad our understanding is of each other's best and highest potential.
As a Native American woman pointed out, the skin of our bodies are of all different colors. We all have the same heart.
Pretty much everybody here is open to different ideas and diverse ideas. That's also something that you don't see very often. And you see, people's hearts are open to everybody. So.
This great broad perspective that the Institute of World Culture offers to the individual kind of frees one from a limitation of like, well, what can I do only in this decade? You see yourself as a citizen of the world and a participator in actually a culture that's been going on for millennium and will go on for millennium in the future. Your job is actually connected up with the jobs of those people who lived thousands of years ago, live thousands of years in the future, and who live right now, that you have actually sympathetic ties.
We need places to come together and discuss what kind of people we want to be in this world.
It's a beautiful building. It has wonderful people involved in it.
There are far too few places that allow for that kind of dialogue. And this is one, and it needs to exist and grow.
Well, the first thing you can do is just come and participate in our seminars and forums.
We need to support the Institute with our effort, with our time, with our love.
The Institute is supported only by voluntary donations.
Practically speaking, we need to support the Institute financially.
There's much joy in becoming a supporter or participant in the emergence of a world culture.
And it's for places like this Institute and wherever we are who are deeply committed to the human spirit.
And the wonderful thing about Earth Citizens is that it allows you to be deeply local and deeply planetary at the same time. But the minute you connect downwards, you get a deeper ecological sense of who you are. And the minute you connect upwards, you get a deeper universal sense that while we are diverse, then the oneness that we are talking about is the oneness of the Institute of World Culture, right? We can just read out the manifesto and it's all there.